My school called the cops on me because of my show and tell homework. About 20 years ago, when I was in first grade, I wanted to be cool in front of all my friends and classmates, but I ended up getting into some serious trouble instead. We basically had this show and tell assignment, which meant that we had to bring in an object or show off a talent that would describe my favorite hobby. It was a way for teachers to get to know us in a cute way. A few of my classmates thought of bringing in normal things like stuffed animals, Pokemon cards, or pictures of family trips. One of the guys in the class who always picked on me decided to bring in his skateboard and show it off at the playground. His name was Noah, like the guy with the big boat. I couldn't let myself get upstaged by Noah because if everyone thinks he's super cool, they might join him on his quest to try to bully me again this year. So I decided to finally show off the one thing I had been keeping a secret. At home, I grabbed a small plastic bag from the kitchen cabinet and packed up my gear. I immediately hid it in my bag to hide it from my parents before they got home. The next day at school, after our math lesson, our teacher called us over to the reading carpet in the room to start the show and tell. She asked for volunteers, and Noah and I immediately fought to go first. Because of our aggression, she told us to go last and give a chance to others in the class. So we sat there, poking at each other annoyingly, while we waited for everyone to finish their turn. After what felt like forever, my teacher finally called us up to present. Noah and I had to play rock, paper, scissors to decide who went first, and he unfortunately pulled a fast one on me. He brought us all outside to show off his skateboarding tricks. All the students cheered for him, but his eyes were focused on me. I stuck my tongue out at him and started my presentation. I put on my cushioned knee elbow shoulder pads. I grinned and exclaimed, "For show and tell, I'm going to show you how to get hurt the good way." I proceeded to show them the best way to roll and land after getting thrown out of a car. I explained how I lifted my head and covered my face with my arms to avoid hurting the back of my head. My teacher's jaw dropped, which I thought meant she was surprised by my talent. I climbed up high on a wall and said, "My parents even helped me jump from a high part and roll without getting hurt." My teacher's jaw dropped and screamed while I jumped down and rolled, just like in superhero movies. I got up and laughed, proud that I was able to land the move. A few of the students looked scared while the others held a quiet, whoa kind of face. My teacher, however, had a scary expression, which totally confused me. She rushed the class back to class and asked another teacher to watch over them while she dragged me to the principal's office. There, they asked me several questions, which were mostly about whether my parents were hurting me at home or making me do dangerous things on purpose. Of course, my answers were mixed and obscure because at the time, I didn't really understand what they were implying. My parents and cops were called to the school while I continued answering their weird questions. My parents soon arrived and had to explain to the authorities that we're a family of stuntmen, so I picked up a few things when they brought me on set. When they still looked like they didn't believe it, my parents pulled up videos from their training courses as well as pictures with a few celebrities. They even showed videos of me performing my first stunts in a safe environment. And while the teachers and cops all enjoyed looking through the evidence, they still told my parents to try to keep it out of school premises, since it might be dangerous to kids who want to copy what I do. Well, they definitely agreed, and I was heavily scolded at home. Still worth it because I was considered the coolest kid at school. Even Noah called me cool and started hanging out with me.